So it is a little unusual at Zurich and probably a lot of companies for somebody that's been there a long time to be driving change in the organization. That's a paradigm shift, but I am new in role. It's been a couple of years. Somebody earlier said that they were born as a programmer. My background, I'm an actuary, so if you're from the insurance industry, you might know what that is. But this is not the usual career path for actuaries. And so driving change is new for me. But change at Zurich has occurred over a period of time. And so what I'm here to do is tell you our story, the part of the story here in North America and how that relates to the Pega conference and our partnership with Pega and where we see this going. We are very much in the middle of the story. It's a movie that's running as we speak. Let's figure out what we need to do in our processes, what we need to do. Essentially, insurance, what do we sell to our customers? We sell a promise. Nobody really gets particularly excited in buying your insurance policy. You, as a policy holder, you don't get real excited about that purchase. We're selling you a promise, and our promise is to be there when it really matters. And so a lot of the interaction is actually when our policyholders and our customers are having a bad day, if you will, when there's a loss situation. That's when we deliver on our promise. And so this next phase of our transformation journey is really all about how do we change the way we deliver on our promise. We've got the technical discipline now, and so why do we have to actually focus on the process? And so as our customers go more global, we too need to become more global, to industrialize our processes so we can be agile not just here in the United States and Canada, but across the globe. So to deliver that promise to our customer, whoever they may be, when it really matters. And so that's our mantra, that's our reason for change. But we are implementing as we speak, and we're implementing in an agile way. And so that's what I really want to talk to you about is what's been our experience, how have we attacked it, and where do we see it going from here. And so again, the One Zurich is our vision, to create a global process that will enable us to leverage our global scale and our global capabilities. And so that that the total is more than the sum of the pieces is really the goal for Zurich. And so how do you start a journey like this? We started with a vision, and we called that vision. 2 years ago, we had a meeting, not quite as large as this, but in North America, we had a meeting where we articulated our vision, and we called it a field of dreams, because that's how far out there it was for our people to start thinking about. The group, from a Zurich group perspective, we call it a target operating model. So thinking about the operating model. A lot of innovation in insurance is around the product that we sell. What's the coverage that's needed? As an actuary, there's a lot of innovation around predictive modeling. How do you price that product? And so it really required a fairly significant change in mindset to think about the process itself. And the process of delivering a policy or the process of handling a claim. But we started with the process. And then we talked about managing, through metrics, managing that process. That too was fairly foreign. There's a lot of data in an insurance company, but there's not very much data around process metrics. How long do we think it should take to do this step of the process? We really didn't know. But thinking about what we would want to measure and how we would want to keep track of it was a brand new way of thinking. We were fortunate 2 years ago to have a new startup business unit who wasn't mired in old processes, new people trying to write a new segment in the market. And so they came forward as our first guinea pig customer. And that's really what they were. And we then put together a team of IT and business professionals to look at, to envision, what is this first delivery? And we challenged them to do it in 90 days, to get out capability, so the agile delivery method, to what's the functionality that can be delivered in 90 days. So the business folks, it's not pie in the sky if you're talking about what you can do in a defined period of time. And from an IT perspective, You know, you need to be there in the conversation. If we know we issue the policy right the first time, if we can really change the game, our value proposition with the brokers and the customers goes up pretty exponentially. What are we finding as we're really managing and focusing on the process? We're finding that what used to take us days and weeks can now be measured in hours. Because a lot of the time spent was in transit, and we just eliminate that as we manage the process electronically and we have electronic underwriting files. The in-transit, it's on a pile here, it's on somebody's desk here. Nobody's actually working on it for much of the time, but it's not next in the queue. So fairly significant changes in our world. People are starting to feel them. People are starting to feel uncomfortable because of them. It's not the way we've always done it. And again, our reason is the collaboration in issuing commercial insurance policies to corporations, medium to jumbo. We issue a promise. And so how do we do that in a way that improves the customer satisfaction and really and truly allows us to deliver when it really matters to the customer? That's the journey we're on. The process is sort of our focus in the operations area, and it is driving a lot of change. And I think at the end of the day, the paradigm shift is that the process is really the enabler. It's a relationship business, but the process is behind it. And so our focus remains, how do we deliver to our customers when it really matters? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nancy. That was a great story, and I think the